Hi there. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. I have a little visit. Oh, and happy Canada Day, everyone. It's, I believe it's our 153rd birthday today. So that's, yay. Happy birthday to Canada. So I thought, you know what? It's time to do a little visit. I've been so busy since the last time I turned on my camera was Sunday when we had the giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers. And again, thank you, everyone. We're up even further from there now. So thank you so much. I've been crazy busy ever since then, getting the giveaways ready to mail out. And oh, my room was like a disaster hit it. And so I finally actually totally attacked my laces, ribbons, and fabrics. And I think I finally got them nicely organized, and hopefully I can keep it that way. Let's hope. So Saturday, last Saturday, I went up to my Kirby Church book sale. I was hoping it was open, but alas, it wasn't. And I sort of prepared myself that it wouldn't be open because it is mostly staffed by seniors. And I don't blame them, but I hope they're just staying home and staying isolated, staying healthy and safe. So my little thrift store in town was open, and that's where I headed over, and that's where I found that lovely copy of The Little Engine That Could that I actually ended up giving away as the fourth prize on Sunday for the giveaway, the little surprise extra bonus prize. And but I also found this when I was there, and I just love this book. This is a Sunnyside kind of journal. It's a beautiful size. Where is? Come on, ruler. Come on. So it is 5 3/4 by 8.5, and it's a bruiser. This one's a bruiser. You're a beast. 2.5. Woohoo! You're a beast. Universal knowledge, A to Z, or A to Z for my American friends. I just love it. I love the size of it. I love the color of it. I like that black is very neutral. I love the embossing on the cover. I love the gold writing on the spine, and that the spine is still beautiful and very salvageable. I even love, because it's a nice black cover. Hold on, I'm trying to find my my metal. One of my little metal, no, not you, you, my little metal box here of metal doodads. And I think, hold on, let's see, come on. I think even, that would look nice. Hold on. I really like to be able to envision it properly. Oh yeah, that would look really, really good. Yes. Oh, yes. Anyhow, this is going to be a lot of fun. Not only is this an awesome book for junk journaling, to make into a junk journal, but it's awesome because all of the guts are awesome. It's not a dictionary, but it's set up like a dictionary. It's more like a teeny tiny encyclopedia, and it just lists things and says a little bit about them. And it even has I love when they have little tiny pictures. So I'm really, really happy with, oh look, a little hedgehog. It's Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Anyhow, this is it's beautifully yellowed. The paper is still really nice. It's not falling apart. And 1938, so It's a nice old book. I'm very, very happy with this baby. And this will be, at some point, become a beautiful junk journal. I'm very excited about it. So I found this, even though my little store, my little church book sale wasn't open. I was able to find some books. So hold on, I'm trying to find room over here. If you're wondering why is the screen blank, I'm here. It's just beside me trying to make room. So I did some, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I was doing some really awesome rusting of some bulldog clips. My favorite bulldog clips. Bulldog clips are one of those things, I can't find lots of them at my thrift stores. Once in a while you can find one or two, or else you can find lots of like these kind. So it's one of those few things that I actually will pay from a regular store to purchase. It breaks my secondhand rule. But I try not to beat myself up about it because, you know, if my books are 99% pure junk, I'm okay with that. So, but my favorite little bulldog clips, I couldn't find any more of them. Where are they? Where's one? These little guys. I found these at my Dollarama in town. And I'm down to, I think, my last three. I think I've got about 3 left in here somewhere. And I thought, uh-oh, I better go to Dollarama. I better get some more bulldog clips. And they didn't have them. And they couldn't tell me whether they were ever going to get them in again. They just didn't know. So that broke my heart. So I came home and did what any smart, broken-hearted crafter does. I opened up my laptop to Amazon. And I found these. And I love them because they remind me of the real ones. This one's a real deal. I mean, it's big, but it still works terrific, and I love it. That rust is natural on this baby. Now let me find brand new ones of these so you can see what I'm talking about. I didn't rust them all. I always worry, what if there's one time that I do want a silvery one? So this is what they looked like on Saturday afternoon. And then this is what they looked like by Saturday night. Pretty amazing, eh? It's just so much fun to do that speed rusting. And it's very, very simple. You know what? I found a video that you can go and follow along. I thought about doing a video of how I rust things, but lots of people have done these videos. It's not anything new. And oh, jeepers, I'm dropping things. So I'll put a link down to a video that, and she basically does the same way I do, is just equal parts hydrogen peroxide and white vinegar, and a few, you know, a little pile of salt, throw it in. Make sure it's not in a metal bowl. You want glass, ceramic, or plastic. And it's only because, don't worry, you're not going to make your house explode. It's just that metal speeds up the oxidization of the peroxide, because peroxide is H2O2. But the second oxygen molecule is unstable. It wants to evaporate, and that's where you get this hyper rusting quickness, which is why you get lift in your hair color. Ladies that like to go blonde, you use hydrogen peroxide. That's why your hairdresser doesn't mix it up in a metal bowl. They mix it up usually in a plastic bowl, or else a ceramic or a glass bowl. So I would just say, make sure that you mix yours up in glass. I usually just use a measuring cup because I like to watch it on the side. You can literally watch things start turning orange. And I mean, certainly take care. Be careful when you're doing it, as ever. But it creates what's called a mild acid. Vinegar is acetic acid, and when you mix it with hydrogen peroxide and salt, it becomes peracetic acid. So if you've got sensitive skin, yeah, your fingers might sting a bit. if you've got sensitive skin, I can reach in and touch it with no problem. It's the same way that lemon juice is an acid, that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So take care, use your common sense, but have fun. I mean, look at all these things that I enjoy resting. Some are faster, some are slower. I find that uncoated paper clips, these big ones, and I can find these at my thrift stores any day of the week. They'll rust in minutes. They literally 20 minutes later, you've got rusted paper clips. Same with these little guys here. They'll rust very quickly. These babies, my favorite bulldogs that I got from the dollar store, I had to finally leave them overnight. I was wondering if I had finally found the metal that was not going to rust. But it did. It eventually did. But it literally, I think it was like 28 hours in the solution before I got it to the grunginess level that I love. These ones rusted very easily. And they took maybe about 4 hours. So they didn't take long at all. And oh my gosh, look how gorgeous they are. They're just gorgeous. I love that. So I was busy doing that. These are, in case you were wondering, hey, let's do a little tour. This is my little rusty bits and bobs drawer thing, except for the copper ones. They're not rusty, but they're just pretty. And I found these at a thrift store, and I'm saving them and savoring them. Bulb pins. These are rusty. These were black until they became rusty, until I rusted them. So experiment with what you want to try and rust. These safety pins, I got tons of safety pins when I was sorting through my mother's quilting things. And these, some were yellow or gold and some were silver. And now they're just all rusty. So I've got lots of safety pins, and then these ones were gold. These are the teeny tiny safety pins. I love them so much. Hold on. Look how cute. Get very excited about these. So have fun rusting things. Use caution, but have fun. I sure have fun rusting things. Okay, get that out of the way. What else was I going to catch up on? I've been working on, ta-da, the British Nation. And I actually have, I've picked out my end papers. Ooh. Hold on. There's the end papers. This is music from Beethoven. That's a copy of his handwriting. Now, what was it? I've saved it. I've got to write it down somewhere so that the new owner someday can know what piece of music that is. It is the Trio in B flat major, and it was written in 1812. You can see the 1812 right here. Let me lift that up. I got excited. I thought maybe it was the War of 1812 overture, but I don't know a lot about classical music, so I might not even have the right composer there. Anyhow, yeah, I love how that turned out. I have all the signatures sewn in, so I'm going to have to put it in soon. I'll do that off camera. And if you want to know how to do it, take Nick's course. She has a very quick and easy course on how to do a hidden hollow back spine. But anyhow, that's what it's going to look like when it's in. I just love it. So that's coming along really good. I did find out who the owner was of this book, where it says here, Oriel Hamilton, and it actually has the name several times in the book that the owner was writing all the time in it. And turns out, I thought Oriel Hamilton was a gentleman, and turns out Oriel Hamilton was a lady. I found her marriage, a copy of her marriage license, and she married a gentleman named Merle Hunsberger. I think it's Hunsberger. when I initially found it, I still thought that maybe Oriole was a gentleman and that Merle Hunsberger was the wife. Because when I heard the name Merle, I automatically think of the actress Merle Oberon. But turns out when I finally was able to, Ancestry.ca is free right up till the end of the day tomorrow. Their Canadian records are open and free for in honor of Canada Day, and I was able to find and look at their marriage license, and sure enough. So anyhow, that was exciting to be able to find. I always love when I can find the previous owner, and I still am totally in love with who wrote the book. Wrong. it's so it's so fantastic. Anyhow, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw this little spread that I created. I had a bit of fun with working on this spread, and I actually got started on it early because I thought I was going to do a Mrs. Coggs thing, and so this is an inside out window envelope. It's actually from our benefits up here in Canada. Yes, we still have benefits. For anyone who's wondering, yes, we've got universal health care. We also enjoy benefits because our health care makes sure we don't die and go broke. But the benefits are those nice little extra things that everyone enjoys. So it's always nice when you can have benefits. So this envelope is actually from Great West Life, from our benefits. We got some notifications and stuff. So if you're wondering what that is, that's the inside of Great West Life's business envelopes. So anyhow, back to, I was going to, Mrs. Coggs does this cool thing, and she'll sew around like a pocket or an envelope, and it will show through the other side. But this paper is 110 years old, and it's really thin. And although it's good enough, it's fine. I've put a spread in each signature, but I wondered and I worried whether it would hold up to sewing, especially intense sewing. When you do a really close zigzag, you can pretty well separate your paper. Just tear along the dotted line. So I thought, so that's why I started on this spread, because I wanted to get this sewing done before I sewed the signatures in, and then I realized I wasn't going to sew it in. So this is faux sewing. So what I did was I sewed around the edge as if it's sewn in, but then I still glued it in like a little window. Oh, and there's Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth in behind. So if you pull out whatever you put in there, I just put this here. You can put whatever you like in it if it ends up going home with you. But that way, if you take out whatever's in there, there's Queen Elizabeth going, oh, hello. There we go. And then I still had some leftover papers from that envelope, so I made a little tag. That's the other side of the envelope. I made a tag, and I made a little, one of those corner hidden journaling spots here. So that was fun to get started on it. I've put some lace in on every other signature. So 1, 3, 5, and 7 have lace on the end. Some laces are old, and I think this one is newer. This one's newer, and the rest are all old. This one's vintage. I believe this one's antique, and I believe these ones are probably just vintage. They're certainly hand done. This was actually a table runner, and I cut the border off of the table runner. So it looks like I've used lace in here, and in a way I have, but it actually was a great big huge big table runner for like a credenza or something, and I just cut the part that I wanted off. And that I think that turned out really nice. Now I want to, and of course I won't be able to find it now. I do want to put the front page, the original front page of the British nation. I do want to put that on this front, and then I have a few different fussy cuts. I'm not sure which one I want to use. I'll wait till I see. I really love these water lilies here. I think they have a really nice vintage look to them. But I also, there's some, I think this is wisteria. Is that wisteria? I also like it. So I'm not sure. And then there's a few other pretty ones. I like this one just because it's unusual. Looks a little weird. So not sure yet. I'm going to wait until I get the front page on, and then I'm going to see what I feel inspired. So let's get you out of the way. Actually, now that I think about it, I have work to do because this is going to be glued in soon. So let's just, I like doing this now. I learned it from Sophia over at Save Your Books. She signs, when she restores a book, she signs the text block. So I've recently started doing that with my journals. I've been doing it now for a couple of months. So hold on, let me make sure that this pen is started. It is. So I'm going to, let me get this. Oh, I signed June. And by the time you watch this video, it'll be July. Because today's the last day of June, but you'll be watching it on Canada Day, which is the 1st of July. So there's a little inside secret. Anyhow, so that's good to go. I'll be doing that after I turn off the camera. So let's put you away. I haven't done much more because on Here Come the Bees. Although I did find another book I'm going to use. I found this book that I'm going to be cutting to use some of the illustrations in it. Mostly because I was cleaning. I was just cleaning all day yesterday, and then a bit this morning as well. Plus, I wanted to get out today and get whatever we needed from the store because everything will be closed tomorrow for the holiday. So, so yeah, not a lot much more done on Here Come the Bees. So that will be probably by the weekend when it rolls around, I'll really get into this. Now, I was also having fun doing something else. I wasn't just rusting things. Hold on, let me grab it. I follow Junk Journal Joy on Instagram and on YouTube, but I somehow had missed this video because she posted, hold on, I'm trying to reach for something here. She posted how to make glassine from napkins. And she posted it on her Instagram, so I immediately flew over to her YouTube channel, and sure enough, there was the video. I'll post it down below on how to make glassine from napkins, from the single layer, the top layer of napkins. Look how beautiful they turn out. And it was so easy. It's simply, you just simply use ground up or grated paraffin wax, and you put your napkin between parchment paper. You sprinkle on, as if it's like Parmesan cheese, the paraffin wax, cover it up, and iron it with your iron. And then you just peel it off, and you've got glassine, but you've got cool glassine. This is just, oh, I am so excited to use these in something. They just turned out so nice. And I did find, now fair warning, she speaks Italian in the in her video, but she does have English on the screen, so you still know what she's saying. But I wasn't sure whether she said this or not. I found that you have to move quickly and peel, once this is hot and melted, peel this off really quickly and it'll dry quite quickly. So I sort of just waved it around like this. If you wait too long to peel it off, the wax will be dull. It won't have that shimmer sheen. Now, it's very simple to achieve that again. Put the iron back over it again and then peel it off hot. If you're too slow, give it another try because you can reheat the wax. But otherwise, oh my goodness, these just, look at how beautiful this fleur-de-lis. So pretty. I can't wait to make things out of these. Look at these. Guess which journal I'm going to be using these in. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, I'm over the moon. I want to glassine everything. So I have been busy, even though I haven't had my camera turned on. I've been busy. Oh, look how, this is just so nice. So pretty. All these napkins are in with, now I can't remember which one of you won the paper packet, the goodie paper packet, but all these napkins will be in that, the goodie paper packet that got won on Sunday. You know what? I think that was Ligia. I think you won it. You'll be getting these, not these ones. You'll be getting dry ones. You can make them into glassine if you want someday when they arrive. So yeah, I've been doing this, and like I said, I've been cleaning and going through all of my bundles of fabrics and ruffles, and I like to keep a little bin beside me of just end pieces of lace for when I'm working on tags, so that I can just grab and snip, and if I'm working on tags. And same with laces and crinkled seam binding, tea-dyed seam binding, and that. I just like to keep it close by. But it's sometimes in my efforts to clean quickly in between projects, I'll just pile everything back in. And then before I know it, it's just become a big chaotic mess. So I sorted through. This is actually cleaned. In case you're wondering, oh, jeepers, is that clean? Yes, it is. This is clean and sorted. These are all laces. But they're all a shorter piece of a lace, rather than, like, my laces that are long enough get wrapped around cardboard like this for storage, so that I can see what they are, and I try to keep them as best I can onto cards with similar shades. But once they're not long enough to keep wrapped around one of those cards, then they usually get tucked in here, except for I use these ones all the time, so I always make sure I've got lots of long ones of that in there. I like these ones because, first of all, I can find them a lot at thrift stores. That's for hemming dresses and stuff, seam binding. I like them because they're not bulky, so they're really quick and easy to put on little tags as a little bit of a detail, but they don't bulk it up too much. So I got that done yesterday too. That took quite a while. And then I also got myself some bins from Dollar Tree, and this is just full of pieces of fabric. So if I wanted a little piece of fabric just to use as a detail on something, again, these are just tiny pieces, tiny little, that aren't big enough to, I couldn't use it to sew a signature text block, that sort of thing. So that one's done. And then I have another one that I love these. I can just grab them. I can stack them up like that. And this one is fabric ruffles. So whether the lids go missing soon or not, I don't know. But this is one of my new loves now, in addition to lace, is just fabric ruffles. If I have enough fabric that's skinny enough and long enough, I'll make it into a ruffle. Look how cute. Oh, this one's pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Quick and easy. And if you don't have ruffly lace, you can make fabric ruffles. So there we go. I think I'm all caught up. How am I for time? Oh, I got 1 minute left. Well, that worked out well. Now you know what I'm going to do. I am going to fussy cut, because I found some pictures of some birds that are eating bees. So there will be a bit of carnage in the Here Come the Bees, because all these birds have bees in their, various kinds of bees in their mouths. So they will be going somewhere into Here Come the Bees. So I'm going to be fussy cutting them and including them somehow. Now I want a little bit of that branch. I'll be including them somehow, somewhere in Here Come the Bees. So I hope, if you're Canadian, happy Canada Day. I hope you have a nice holiday, and I hope I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, staying healthy, wearing a face covering, please, and so that we can get these curves down. Flatten that curve. Yeah, so have a great 1st of July Canada Day, and enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Take care. We'll talk soon. Bye.